The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're doing a performance and features evaluation on the new Eastward Horizon 3000, powered by twin Evinrude E-TEC G2 250 horsepower outboards. Eastward Boats builds power catamarans in Fort Pierce, Florida, and has acquired the molds for this boat from Kevlacat, an Australian company known for building search and rescue boats. They've brought a basic boat for our inspection to demonstrate what they call their Lego approach to building a boat, which is adding components to a clean canvas bounded only by imagination and a checkbook. This boat comes in 4 versions: center console, 2 pilot house options, and a cuddy cabin, all with available options to suit. Today, we're evaluating the center console version, but first, let's start with the performance of the boat. The Eastward Horizon 3000 has a length overall of 30 feet 3 inches, a beam of 9 feet 3 inches, and a draft of 14 inches. With an empty weight of 4,000 pounds, 201 gallons of fuel on board, plus 5 people and test gear, we had an estimated test weight of 7,255 pounds. With twin 250 horsepower Evinrude E-TEC G2s turning 15-inch by 20-inch 4-bladed stainless steel props, we reached the top speed of 50.6 miles per hour at 5,700 RPM. The wind was blowing 15 to 20 knots and kicking up a light chop, which of course slowed the boat down from what she could do in flat water. Best cruise came in at 3,000 RPM and 23.3 miles per hour, where we recorded a burn rate of 11.7 gallons per hour and a range of 537 statute miles, all while still holding back a 10% reserve of the boat's 300-gallon total fuel capacity. We reached planing speed in 3.1 seconds, accelerated to 20 in 3.9 seconds, and 30 came and went in 5.9. She has interesting handling characteristics. When advancing the throttles, the boat just presses forward, all while keeping a level attitude. It's a remarkably fun boat to drive with excellent sea handling. We didn't get the chop we were hoping for, but we sliced through any wakes we crossed. When she turns, there's a bit of an outboard lean, which you quickly get used to. By pulling back a notch on the inboard engine's throttle, she will lean in if that makes you feel better. The most impressive thing about this boat is her remarkable endurance. 23 hours at cruise speed. We could go from Florida to the Bahamas for a weekend and come back with never having to buy any fuel at Bahamas prices. And operating costs are one of the key reasons why the owner of this boat specified Evinrude engines. All brands of engines cost about the same to buy, but Evinrudes are by far the least expensive to operate. First, there's no break-in period, and travel back to the dealer after 10 or 20 hours. Second, regularly scheduled maintenance is every 500 hours or 5 years, whichever comes first. That means compared to virtually all 4-stroke engines, 4 trips to the dealership and its resulting bills are eliminated, a savings of both time and money. Third, there are no charges for dealer oil changes, filter replacement and cleaning, or the hassle and mess of doing it yourself. Fourth is fuel economy. Because of Evinrude's unique cylinder design and direct in-the-cylinder fuel injection, E-TEC G2 engines get dramatically better fuel efficiency than all 4-stroke engines at trolling speeds. 80% more fuel efficient at 1,000 RPM and 25% more fuel efficient at 1,500 RPM. Over the first 5 years of ownership, these savings add up to thousands of dollars of reduced operating expenses in trips to the dealer and fuel savings. Now, let's take a look at this blank canvas waiting to be filled in. The freeboard forward is 52 inches, while the cockpit depth is 34 inches. There's an unusual cap rail, 5 inches by 2.5 inches, that steps up from outboard to inboard. Notice how the deck has an upward slope towards the bow, so any water flows right back and out. There are storage lockers to both sides of the bow. The 4-foot by 7-foot 3-inch raised foredeck has an anchor locker in the center with a tension hinged hatch. I like the stainless steel heavy-duty rub rail. In front of the console is a 102-quart cooler with seat cushion and padded backrest. The deck behind the center console is 8 feet 5 inches by 7 feet 8 inches. The 2 96-quart coolers with cushions serve double duty as seats. Look behind the coolers to see self-draining cockpit scuppers in the transom. The freeboard aft slopes down to 42 inches with a 30-inch cockpit depth. The 42-gallon live well makes up the after portion of the fixed helm seat base. There are supports under the gunnels to serve as rod holders. Now, there's no inner lining in this boat, so the bulwarks have an intentional workboat finish. This is one of the keys to make the boat lighter weight and more competitive in price. Eastward will be the first one to tell you that if you want an inner liner and a world-class upholstery, look elsewhere. Eastward makes no bones about the compromises it has made to produce a rugged, safe boat, but also one that's more affordable. Our test boat had a full transom, so to enter the boat from the swim platform, simply step over and in. There's an option for a transom door, but again, think cost-effective. Now let's inspect the engines. The twin 250 horsepower Evinrude E-TEC G2 outboard engines are mounted on an Armstrong engine bracket, which is secured to the transom with 44 stainless steel bolts. There are some advantages to using these brackets. They add a little flotation to the boat, they allow for a full-height transom for safety, and with that transom, some of the engine noise is blocked. The brackets, along with Evinrude's internal steering and tilt mechanisms, make for a very clean engine installation. And because the engines can be tilted 82 degrees, they will be completely out of the water. I'd like to see a boarding ladder as standard equipment on this 7-foot 10-inch by 2-foot 4-inch platform. However, there are 2 ladder options available: a 4-step folding ladder for the platform between the engines, or a custom dive ladder for the side of the boat. The Evinrude E-TEC G2s have a carb rating of 3 stars for ultra-low emissions, and according to the EPA, Evinrude's 250 horsepower E-TEC G2 had the lowest total emissions of any engine in its class. Back inside, we can have a hardtop or this canvas T-top with 10 rocket launchers across the back and sides, along with built-in outrigger mounts. The Helm seats have flip bolsters, fixed armrests, and slide plates for fore and aft adjustments. They also reverse to face backwards. The Helm panel is 32 inches by 13 inches, so 2 12-inch displays would easily fit. There's a stainless steel wheel with steering knob offset on the left side of the console and mounted to a tilt base. A plexi windshield with drainage wraps the console. Accessory switches with breakers are on the right. Below them are 2 stainless steel drink holders with drains. A charging port is on the side of the throttle/shifter mount. Between the shifter and the wheel are the ignition and start-stop switches. Above the wheel is the Evinrude engine display. There are footrests on 2 levels. Notice how the T-top support is integrated into the console, so clearance between the console and the cap rail is maxed at 19 inches. Our test boat had 6 8-inch pull-up cleats, which are optional upgrades over fixed cleats. An access door on the left side of the Helm console leads inside, where there's clearance of 4 foot 1 inch by 3 feet 6 inches by 3 feet 8 inches. A porta potty is optional. There's more of the open canvas concept in here, allowing a view of the electrical installation and the backside of the Helm console with batteries and battery switches. The wiring is tinned with heat-shrunk terminals. Overall, the Horizon 3000 is pure workboat, and she's designed to do exactly that: work, and work hard. She's got a sense of utility as you step aboard, but once underway, she performs so well that it's an instant love affair. It's a working boat that will keep you out on the water when most others are sitting at the dock. For families, the pop-up weather is now a remote issue rather than a pressing concern, and her interior can be dialed into any range desired. As the song goes, she's got cat class and cat style, only without the hefty price tag. And of course, the Evinrude E-TEC G2 250s make her that much more attractive. And that's my full performance evaluation and features inspection of the Eastward Horizon 3000. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. I'll see you on the water.